the man.
Jacob, will you stay for a moment?
Yes.
Jacob, this is excellent work. You have a gift. Numbers seem to have a native tongue to you.
Thank you.
I urge you to use this skill in some capacity of service to your fellow man. Young Marley, you are without a doubt the single best mathematician I have ever taught.
Thank you.
Now that one word held Jacob's attention. The word best. He was the best and he liked it very much. Indeed, there is reasonable argument that pride itself is the seedbed of all other sins. And Marley's field of pride grew a spectacular crop. He forged his path into his financial profession in an ordinary way, apprenticing through all the ordinary roles. What was not ordinary was his skill in the position. Marley eventually opened his own counting house. As time passed, Jacob confined himself to the narrow environment of the exchange, his counting house, and his investments, cutting himself off from the warmth of family.
But Jacob, my dear brother, how can you not find the time to attend your own mother's memorial service?
Melinda, here are all the funds required to properly lay our mother to rest. In exchange, I ask only one thing. I am a busy man and have no time for idle frivolities. Do not attempt to contact me again.
But Jacob!
We are all adults and must find our own way in this world. If you do not possess the industry, thrift, or intelligence to cover your own debts, that is your pit which you have dug yourself. And I take my leave of you and wish you would do so of me as well.
Jacob Marley never thought of them again. He was indeed an unpleasant man, wearing his greed on his countenance. One particularly cold and dreary February day, Marley went out to settle the negligent debt of a young couple living in one of the properties he managed.
Mr. Cummings, you know why I am here.
I do. Come in.
I am quite fine here. I would like to inform you that due to your late and insufficient payments, it is necessary that you vacate this house as you have forfeited on your contract.
Mr. Marley.
Here is the eviction notice. You are to be out by end of day today.
Mr. Marley, my wife is in no condition to pack our things, and even worse, to find herself out in the cold. We need only a month. 30 more days and we will be out. I give you my word.
Your word? Your word! This envelope is evidence of how you keep your word.
Mr. Marley, you know my job at the factory was eliminated.
That is not my business.
Van, dear, go back inside. The cold.
If I give you this, how many months will it buy us?
3 days.
Very well. Take it. It was a gift from my brother.
It is 1:45. At 1:45 on Thursday, you are to be out.
It was a little more than a month after the eviction of John and Fan Cummings that Marley first met Ebenezer Scrooge.
wretched funeral procession. Now I'll be late. You, young man, are you part of this?
I am, sir.
How long will this drag out?
We are going to St. Dunstan's.
Good heavens. You knew this one?
She was my sister.
Cholera?
No, in fact. It was the cold. And this weather that just passed took her. She didn't come to me when they needed help, so I have no idea what condition put them there.
Just as well. Decrease the surplus population.
Pardon me, sir, but this one, she was not surplus. She was... No mind. Not your business.
Why not the poorhouse?
I'm quite tired of supporting those institutions, when apparently they don't even seem to function well enough. If they did, she would not have been out on the streets, susceptible to the weather.
I agree. I find far too great a percent of my taxes goes to supporting the inland. Free housing, free food. It's no wonder they don't go out and work. You're dressed well to be coming from Camden Town. What is it you do?
Oh, I don't live here. She did. I'm a financer. I work at Pembroke's.
The counting house?
The same.
I too operate the counting house. It is growing and I need to extend my efforts. If you would like to discuss a position, as an apprentice perhaps, come and see me at my offices a fortnight from today, at 1. If you have no interest, it's not bother coming and trying to waste my time. I'm a busy man.
I might come. Your name?
Marley. Jacob Marley. Yours?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
2 weeks from that moment, indeed, as the clock tower completed its prelude to the chime of 1 p.m., Ebenezer Scrooge walked into Jacob Marley's counting house.
You are Mr. Marley's 1 o'clock appointment.
Yes?
You may be seated while I alert him.
I will not.
Oh.
If there is time to sit and wait, then there is no time for me to be here. Mr. Marley! Every minute that you sit there, furthering your business, you cost mine 600% in growth on my investments. If the net worth of your business is not worth you discontinuing your work, then I suggest that I consider this cost of my time a waste and be on my way. I am currently employed as a junior accountant with 30 shillings a week.
And if you were my apprentice, I should gather you would work for no less. Assume I pay you 10% more.
I'm not here to be your apprentice. I'm here to be your partner.
Ha! Are you married?
No,
Good.
but I am engaged.
I urge you, man, to reconsider. Love is perhaps the poorest of all investments.
I will consider it.
Good.
And so the partnership of Marley and Scrooge was born. In the early weeks of their partnership, Jacob Marley gave Ebenezer Scrooge the assignment of handling the legalities of the name change.
Ebenezer!
Yes,
This sign is wrong. Did you arrange this?
I did.
This was not our agreement.
Our agreement was that we would use both our names as the name of the business.
Our agreement is that the firm would be Marley and Scrooge.
No, Jacob. Our agreement was that we would use both our names. Marley and Scrooge was merely an example. I will redo the sign and have it arranged to your liking. But we will have to pay for another sign.
Bah! Humbug!
And so it stood. Scrooge and Marley. They quickly agreed to divide all proceeds evenly, not for the sake of fairness, but rather for practicality. One could say there was an odd bond between the men that might be labelled friendship. There is a concept of honor among thieves, and this may be the best way to explain it. As the years wore on, the two men grew more mean and more selfish. Marley's health faded as he entered into his 70th year. The time had been filled with hatred, when he should have been basking in the balm of love. On the morning of Christmas Eve, the end seemed very near.
Mr. Scrooge, this will most likely be the day. I doubt he'll make it Christmas morning. There's really nothing I can do, Mr. Scrooge. I will be with my family north of London over the holiday and will not be available. If anyone is going to comfort him, I suppose it will have to be you.
I am a busy man, Doctor.
As am I, Mr. Scrooge. Where I can serve the sick and the dying, I do so. But when there's nothing left to do but comfort, I leave that to friends and family. And I don't suppose anyone cares to comfort him. Not even you, Mr. Scrooge. But that is none of my business.
You're right. It's not your business. Good day, Doctor. See yourself out. Humbug! Jacob, I'm a busy man. Going to the counting house to get some work done. I'll be back this afternoon, and should you choose to loiter, that is your choice. You take care of your business, and I will take care of mine.
Marley's mind had a sudden flash of insight, unparalleled in his life. Jacob Marley realized that not one single soul on earth cared about him, thought of him, wished him well, or even wanted to say goodbye as he completed his life. Had he not asked for this? Was he not enjoying the solitude he had sought his entire adult life? Or how he craved a friend in his final hours?
Ebenezer Scrooge. What a wretched man. What on earth ever made him so wretched? Oh, I did. I made Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer, can you ever forgive me? I forgive you all. But can you ever forgive me? Ebenezer! I'm sorry! Are you?
No, Jacob. One who assists in his business. That is all.
Spirit, this feeling I feel from you is so unusual and yet There is familiarity to it.
It is love, Jacob.
Love. Love. Spirit, this love. I dare say I am a stranger to it. And yet, as I sit here, I feel I know all about it. How can this be?
Because, Jacob, you're completely surrounded by love. Unconditional, everlasting love.
Spirit, I am not an ignorant man. I know how I have lived my life. I have not loved others. Others' lives have been a burden to me. This love, comforting though it may be, I fear it will be my prosecutor.
Love does not prosecute. It seeks neither revenge nor dominance. Love only accepts, completely and without reservation.
But Spirit, my mistakes. I don't have the words. Love must have its limits. It cannot possibly cover all I have done.
Love's purpose is not to hide our errors. Love's purpose is to forgive them. Jacob, what will prosecute you is not love, but yourself.
How so, Spirit?
The clarity of truth will illuminate your soul with understanding, as it has already begun to do. But that understanding will be a burden as well. You had many opportunities to serve man in life. You know this.